My name is Martin D'Souza. I am the director of an entertainment company called Lighthouse Entertainment. It's an event management company. I'm a professional master of ceremonies. I've been an MC and anchor. I've been on radio. A couple of years ago, I've done voiceover for a few ad jingles. Basically, I earn money by talking, and that's a profession that I have. And now I'm an entertainer. As an entertainer, I am a professional clown. I have been performing not only in Mumbai, in India, and all over the world. All right. So it's good to be an entertainer because you can make a lot of money and you can travel around the world. And there has been a lot of people, a lot of opportunities for you and for youngsters now to take up speaking assignments, because once you take up speaking assignments, it is a good profession, but it is not an easy profession. And you can also learn how to speak and not necessarily take it up as a profession, but speaking helps you in various areas of life. So what is public speaking? Public speaking is the art of communicating your message to people. It is the art of communicating a message of one to many. So when you are chatting with your friends and with your colleagues, there's a lot of colloquial language, a lot of slang that you talk when people are around you and you're chatting with friends. You could be chatting with 3 friends, 5 friends, 10 of them, but there's a lot of slang. But when it comes to public speaking, that's a formal way of talking. So it could be 1 to 3 of you, it could be 1 to even 10 or even 50 or 100. So that is public speaking, the art of speaking professionally and officially to many, more than one person. Why is it very important? Why is it very important? It really helps you drive in a point, communicate your message to the other person. And how does public speaking help? And why should you learn it? I guess a lot of you go to English medium schools, English medium colleges. So you have been speaking English since you were a kid. You've been speaking English since you were in college and probably after that. Or those who will speak another language like French or Spanish or Marathi or Hindi, they do speak the language. So it is not about that I cannot speak the language. So it is probably about how do I speak and convey my thoughts in front of others. So the key thing is, why should you learn? The first thing is you have to communicate an idea. You have an idea, I need to tell, and people need to listen to me. They should not ignore me. You need to have an opinion. Having an opinion is very important. Not everybody has an opinion. People discuss, they have an opinion, but I have an opinion. I'm scared to speak up. What will they think about me? That's another fear that, okay, public speaking is not about being a chatterbox. It's not about being just rambling. It's about having content. It's having something to talk about. And when you have something to talk about, you can convey a message. The convey of a message is very important to the fact that you are influencing somebody else and you are driving home a point that others believe in you. When you have public speaking skills, it builds self-confidence. You become more confident. It builds your reputation. You become one where people respect you. They respect you because you can speak well. Isn't that amazing? That you earn respect because you can speak. Yes, I have gained a lot of respect by being a good speaker, and it enhances your personality. Now, enhances your personality. You become lovable. People begin to like you. You become a suddenly you become the center of attraction. And people say, hey, I like that guy because he can speak so well. Okay, so, right, you can speak well. People begin to like you. You have a personality. It builds confidence. But how do you get this? How do I learn to get? I can speak, but I'm scared of speaking in public. I can speak, but I don't know what to do. Well, a lot of you play sports, and let me see how many of you play a kind of a sport. I'm not talking about the gully sport or the building sport. A sport that you probably played in college or you played professionally. And I'm not talking about the computer sport that you play or the computer games, all right? So send me a message. How many of you play a sport, probably competitive sport? Cricket, soccer, hockey, probably boxing, hockey. Someone says hockey, cricket, yeah. You have been playing a sport which you probably learned by fluke or learned from friends or learned by playing it in the vicinity. But if you had to become better and you have to go up the ladder, what would you do? You practice, you train and you practice. So the sport that you played with friends and in your building amongst friends, it's not the kind of sport that you can play when you're getting into competitive spirit, into the competitive arena. That is what I mean to say. Speaking, everybody speaks, but when you get into public speaking, you need to learn and you need to train. What is the one muscle in your body you need to train to become a good speaker? Let me see. The one muscle in your body you need to train to become a good speaker. Does anybody know that? Come on, type it. If I get 3 of you guys typing in a right answer, I'm going to be great, happy. The one muscle that you need to practice and train, tongue. Yeah, exactly. And you'll be surprised. Yes, it's the tongue. You'll be surprised that how many of us, even the best of speakers, do not practice and work on their tongue to improve their public speaking skills. All the singers, they do the riyaz, they do the practice, they do the sare gama or whatever. I can't sing for nothing. I'm tone deaf, but I can speak. So it is very important to practice speaking to be able to speak better. Isn't it strange? So now talking amongst friends is not practicing. Practicing is a structured approach. You take a ball and go down the building and you take a ball and throw it on the wall, that play throw ball. No, that's not practice. So there's a systematic approach to practicing which will help you become a good speaker. The second thing is about your tonal quality, right? A lot of you say that, oh, I'm speaking, but I can't connect the voice. My voice is very weak. And you begin to talk with a very head voice, and then you begin to get tired very fast. Yeah, there are various voices that you can speak from. There's the head voice, and there's the nasal voice, and there's a deep voice. Well, some of you are born with a deep voice, but you can cultivate that deep voice over a period of time. That's when you speak from the belly. Now, I had a very, very high pitch voice and a very, very difficult voice. This is the voice that I used to talk to. But over a period of time, I learned to come lower and learn to speak lower. And now when I speak, I can speak for 4 hours or even 5 hours without my throat getting parched or without getting tired. Of course, when I'm very excited, I talk high, but that is only when I'm performing as an entertainer or the character. But I can speak from down, deep down, for a longer period of time, and I don't get tired while talking. So the tonal quality of your voice is very, very important when you are learning to speak. The third thing that you've got to know is garbage in, garbage out. You got to have content. What kind of content you got to speak? You got to be interested in a lot of things. You got to be interested in all of things. You got to collect a lot of information. Only if you are interested in a lot of things will you be an interesting person. If there is no content out here and you have little information about everything, then what are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about? This will come very handy when you get into this in the area of impromptu speech. You got to have content. So, A, you got to practice your tongue. I will tell you how to do that. B, you got to learn to improve your tonal quality. That's where breathing, gargling, and a lot of voice exercises come into play. And third is you got to learn content. These are just 3 very simple techniques to learn how to improve your public speaking skills.